Plato. One of the giants of ancient philosophy still influences our thinking about reality, knowledge, and ethics today. At the core of his philosophy is the theory of forms, which proposes that the world we perceive through our senses is just a shadow of the true world. The true world, according to Plato, is made up of perfect forms that exist in a non-material realm. These forms are the perfect blueprints for everything we experience in the physical world. For example, the beauty we see in a painting is just an imperfect reflection of the perfect form of beauty. One of Plato's most enlightening teachings is illustrated in his Allegory of the cave. He describes a group of people who have lived chained to the wall of a cave all their lives, facing a blank wall. They watch shadows projected on the wall from objects passing in front of a fire behind them, and they accept these shadows as the real forms of the objects. Plato's point here is that, like these prisoners, we are limited in our perception by our senses, and what we perceive as reality is just a shadow of the true forms. The philosopher is like a prisoner who is freed from the cave and comes to understand that the shadows on the wall are not reality at all. This allegory is central to understanding Plato's views on knowledge and education. He believed that education should be about leading individuals out of the cave of ignorance and into the light of true knowledge. It's not just about acquiring facts, but about learning how to think critically and question the world around us. In The Republic, Plato explores the concept of justice and the ideal state. He imagines a society divided into three classes: producers, auxiliaries, and guardians, each contributing to the society according to their natural abilities. At the top of this structure are the philosopher kings, wise and virtuous leaders who govern not for their own benefit, but for the good of the whole society. Plato's idea here challenges us to think about the role of leadership and the qualities that true leaders should possess. Plato was also deeply interested in the nature of virtue and ethics. He argued that to know the good is to do the good, implying that moral understanding and moral behavior are deeply connected. This is why he placed such a strong emphasis on education, suggesting that a true understanding of virtue leads to a virtuous life. His psychological insights include the concept of the tripartite soul, where he divides the soul into three parts: the rational, the spirited, and the appetitive. The rational part seeks truth and wisdom. The spirited part deals with our emotions and drives, and the appetitive part governs desires and pleasures. A balanced soul where these parts live in harmony results in a just and moral person. Plato's thoughts on ethics, politics, education, and psychology reveal a complex understanding of human nature and the pursuit of knowledge. His influence can be seen in the way we think about everything from moral philosophy to educational theory and even governance. Through his dialogues and writings, Plato teaches us that by engaging deeply with ideas and by questioning everything we see around us, we can approach a deeper understanding of truth and perhaps lead more fulfilling lives. His philosophy not only challenges us to think, but to think about how we think, offering a path toward enlightenment and wisdom that transcends the ages.